The house where 4 University of Idaho students were murdered is now just rubble. Today, the University of Idaho knocked down the house on King Road. It's where 4 students, Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Madison Mogan, and Kaylee Gonsalves, were killed last year. KREM 2's Nathan Hyun is live in Moscow right now. So Nathan, what are crews doing now?
Nicole, well, we've been down here for about the past half hour, and the house where the 4 University of Idaho students were murdered, like you said, is now all but rubble. Take a look. Crews are starting to pick up the rest of the debris. They're clearing the land. We've seen about 2 or 3 of these dump trucks come through, moving the rubble out of the way. And more than a year after the murders of Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Maddie Mogan, and Kaylee Gonsalves, some say the demolition is much needed closure for the community. The home on King Road where the students were murdered was torn down ahead of schedule this morning. The entire demolition took only about an hour, but the Gonsalves and Kernodle family have said they are against the demolition until after the trial because they believe it may still provide needed evidence. But both prosecutors and lawyers for suspect Brian Kohlberger have said they are okay with the demolition. And the University of Idaho says they've had full support from staff and faculty for the demolition of the home. U of I's communications director Jody Walker says today is the next step in recovery.
So the demolition of the house this morning is definitely an emotional time for our community, for our campus, and most certainly for the families. And first and foremost, we want to appreciate that and acknowledge that. It's also a next step toward healing, and seeing it come down, there's also a bit of relief in that as well. It's been a constant reminder of the horrific act there. We'll certainly not forget what happened there, but not having that daily physical reminder is helpful for the healing of our community.
So we actually just saw the dump truck leave with the rest of the debris. I'm told that all the debris that's been being picked up here will be brought to a local landfill. I did ask the university what are the plans for the land where the home used to be. They said there are no plans yet on what will happen to it. For now, live in Moscow, Nathan Hyun, KREM 2 News.
Well, as we mentioned, today's demolition comes with mixed emotions for the students' families and the University of Idaho community. KREM 2 actually talked with Maddie Mogan's dad on the phone yesterday. His name is Ben Mogan, and he said he fully supports the university's decision to tear down the house. He also said he never wanted anyone to live in that home again. But not all the victims' families wanted the university to demolish the house. The Gonsalves and Kernodle families sent KREM 2 a statement yesterday. They say they had asked the Latah County Prosecutor's Office and the University of Idaho to stop the demolition. That statement said, quote, "When the victims can't speak, you have to speak for them when you feel someone is hurting the case. We all along have just wanted the King Road home to not be demolished until after the trial, and for us to have a trial date so that we can look forward to justice being served. Is that really too much to ask?" End quote. And the University of Idaho said it had worked with the prosecution and defense, though, through this process. The school shared an email from Latah County prosecuting attorney Bill Thompson. He said in part, quote, "Based on our review of Idaho case law, the current condition of the premises is so substantially different than at the time of the homicides that a jury view would not have been authorized." Before this, the defense team for Brian Kohlberger, the man charged in those murders, did go into the house earlier this month to take pictures and get measurements. Prosecutors asked to start his trial this summer. They're asking the court to allot 6 weeks for it. The state says they specifically want to avoid when local schools and universities are in class. It's partly because Moscow High School is by the Latah County Courthouse, so there would be some safety and parking concerns if they did the trial during school. Right now on our streaming platform, KREM 2 Plus, we have a full special honoring the 4 victims 1 year after this tragedy. If you don't have KREM 2 Plus yet, you can download it on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV for free. We want to take a minute now and talk about our weather with meteorologist Thomas Patrick, because we are wrapping up 2023. So Thomas, what does it look like for the next few days?
It's looking like it's going to be a mild finish to the year, and what has been a mild December for us. Certainly any of the snow that we got this month did not stick around for very long. Today it's actually quite pleasant, a little bit of sunshine peeking through the cloud cover out there, and we're at 37 degrees and should be well on our way to about 40 by this afternoon. No threat for any kind of rain. Unlike our friends out on the west side, there's quite a bit of onshore flow, so there you can see the rain scattered over the Seattle area, but it stops right at the Cascades, and there is nothing for the inland northwest. So I think a little bit of that sunshine will go a long way for this late December day. Looking at a high of about 42 to 43 degrees with just a little bit of filtered sunshine, a couple holes in those clouds, and not even all that cold tonight. 35 for the approximate low temperature this evening would even be above our normal high temperatures for this time of year. That's how mild this December stretch has been. Not just the high temperatures, but the lows have not been all that cold. I think that will carry over into New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, so it's not looking bitterly cold, but we are tracking some rain chances over this upcoming weekend. We'll show you just at what time we are expecting those rain showers, all in my full forecast in a few moments.
We're now only 4 days away from 2024, so be sure to ring in the new year with KREM 2. Our own Mark Hanrahan is going to be live from Riverfront Park on New Year's Eve as part of the T-Mobile New Year's at the Needles celebration. The special will be live from Spokane, Seattle, and Portland as we all count down to midnight. Viewers across the Pacific Northwest will be able to see a drone show and then a fireworks show right at the stroke of midnight. You can watch the special here on KREM 2 and streaming on KREM 2+.